Hi, Taurus. I hope you guys are doing great. This is a reading for relationship energy. Please feel free to, take what resonates. Not everything will in general readings. So let's get into it. Okay. That came out very quickly. Mending. You actually have two cards here, Taurus. I'm going to add them both together. And to be fair, let me just put these cards back because they got all discombobulated and backwards. All right, here we go. And one more for Taurus. So you have one step forward, two steps back. So Taurus, out of the gate, with mending, to be fair, one step forward, two steps back, it feels like you have been experiencing somewhat of a cycle with a person here. Mending is just what it is. We are addressing issues. We're taking the time to listen to both parties. We're expressing ourselves with honesty. With to be fair, this card is almost as if it's like the justice card. It talks about honesty, true actions, true intentions. It says to right the wrongs. It's intentional energy. And so it feels like we may have had this back and forth energy with somebody here with one step forward, two steps back. There may have been some sort of energetic pitfall that just seems to keep happening. It's a cycle that keeps happening, and it may have gotten to a point of considerable problem at this point. And it's like, for this to have any type of movement forward, there must be a clearing of the energy, Taurus. There must be a release in this energy for anything to happen. This is, I feel like, a cumulative effect of bad choices, bad behavior, poor decision making, and a level of unfairness that has stuck with you as a partner. This could also be you with a person where you're exhibiting this nature, but we're going to put it as them. So let's go ahead and now I'm just trying to feel out which deck would be good here for you guys. Show me this energy. What's going on here for Taurus? So you have the Two of Cups coming out in reverse, Taurus. This could be a breakdown in a connection. This could also be an energy where things have become very unsteady just because of somebody's inconsistent nature, or the way that they show up is even inconsistent for themselves in their life. This may be somebody who's very cavalier about how they show up in life. They are very in and out of a situation. And that's something that needs to come to an end, just because it feels like the pattern has gotten to a point where they realize that this is a consistency in their life. They realize that they seem to not be able to show up for people consistently. And it takes a big person to be honest with themselves about that. It takes a bigger person to say, maybe I am the problem. Am I the villain? Is it my problem? Am I the one that introduces these issues within situations? Oftentimes this connection, or these types of connections, are born from people who aren't able to connect with others in a solid and safe way. It's like they're constantly at arm's length to actually allow somebody into their lives, to allow somebody into their hearts. And it's the one thing that they want the most, and it's the one thing that terrifies them. And so they end up being destructive in their own way. The Two of Cups does not mean, it could mean you're broken up. It does sometimes mean that. But what it feels like with mending, and to be fair, is that you're not on the same page at this time with this person. And it feels like you're growing tired of this energy where it's like, what am I doing with somebody that can't show up even for themselves? And I feel like that's the challenge for this person. Your patience is appreciated, but there's a limit, and you're going to have to be the one to figure that out. What is the limit for you, Taurus? You have the Six of Pentacles in reverse here for this energy. This Six of Pentacles, it's interesting just because it's like, with the Two of Cups, it almost feels like a time waste, you know, waste of time. And that's an unfortunate thing to say, just because it's like this may have happened too many times, where it's like you're giving to somebody and it's just not, it's like giving to the wrong person, giving to a shadow aspect of this person, where it's like they, you know, they say that they want to be this and this and this in a connection, and they just can't show up that way. They can't be present that way. And it's more of a reflection of who they are and what they're dealing with internally. But almost it feels like here with To Be Fair and Mending, they have to do the healing on their own. They have to be aware of the triggers and of the issues that they experience within themselves that tend to bleed out in other ways. I feel here right now that you are really looking over the situation, and you're assessing how your heart feels in this matter. You're assessing what is fair to you and what has been provided to you, what has been given to you. What does this person truly provide? Because right now it feels like we have somebody that kind of comes towards you with open hands, like, can I take more, or can you give me more, or can you help me? It's this kind of like bottomless pit energy, and that's what needs to be addressed for them. That's what needs to be taken head on. And it feels like this person may have tried to address that situation, but when they do take one step forward, it almost seems like just the realization of the experience or what they're dealing with internally sets them back even further. So this person may need a better skill set to cope with certain situations. This person, it feels like they take a lot and they don't really return energy. So that may also feel like this time waste energy. And so you need to be available to good things in your life that give back to you. And I feel that you do have good things in your life, and you do have reciprocal relations in your life. But unfortunately, it feels like with this person, it's like you're on a teeter-totter with them. All your cards are coming out in reverse. You know, the Ace of Swords in reverse. The issue with this situation is it lacks clarity. It lacks honesty. I feel here that the communication that you will get is from an emotionally stunted person, or somebody that's not really willing to look at the situation for what it is. It's like they keep trying to skirt the issue with you, Taurus, and that's unfortunately not how things get fixed. You're dealing with somebody who may be experiencing some level of arrested development within themselves when it comes to emotional expression, emotional understanding, and being able to hold a magnifying glass up to something and really looking at it for what it is and wanting to change it. Change is scary, but when we address it and we're honest with ourselves about it, things change. Here with the Ace of Swords in reverse, it's having a lack of clarity. It's having a blindfold. It's, you know, putting on a blindfold. It's not being honest with things. It's not being honest, you know, oh, I give to you. I do this and that for you. It's like, but do you? Do you really show up for me? Do you really give me the equivalent of what I give to you? I feel like there's some sort of like energetic, like an assessment of energetic experience that you're having here, Taurus, where it's like you're really, you know, not to be tit for tat, but it's like you're really looking at the level of consideration and care that you're receiving from this person, and it's not matching what you're giving. It's like you're dealing with a younger energy or something about them. Just in this particular situation, it feels like younger rather than something that you can grow with. I'm going to put that back. It's like 7 cards. You may have passion with this person. They may be great in the sack, you know, or that type of connection is very appealing or alluring. But it's like, does that solve everything? I'm saying that because you have the Lovers pop out. But it comes with the choice. It's like, where are you going to be honest with yourself? It may not apply for all of you. Show me. Thank you. So you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about healing. The Hierophant is about sticking to tradition, observing that. Some of you may be in a connection where you are like bound to this person. It feels here also too, this may be a situation where we need to have guidance, have counsel. This may require therapy. Some of you, I feel here that you may be pressured through elements of family. So whether you have children together or whether there's this kind of like the ties that bind, there may be an element financially or within a home situation that you're connected to this person. And so it just makes it adds another layer of responsibility that, falls on your shoulders where it should fall on both shoulders, both people's shoulders. And I feel here it's like you're being honest about what you want to be involved in here, but it's almost to detangle yourself from something requires a lot of effort, a lot of energy, especially if there are like finances involved, home involved. Here you have the Page of Cups coming out with the King of Cups. So this energy, Taurus, it's I did talk about counsel. I did talk about therapy. The energy is presenting itself for change to happen. Somebody who, you're able to communicate with somebody who is an expert in their field. That is the King of Cups. They give solid advice. They give good counsel. They help with marital affairs. They help with situations that need assistance, and so to be able to have that is a blessing here, just because it gives you the opportunity to heal yourself, open yourself up to communicate about your feelings. But in another sense too, this could be a person that you're dealing with, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. This person, with the Page of Cups there, it feels like there's an apology or a wanting to come together. It feels like this person is not able to express themselves in a, I guess, more, in a way that would make you feel a little bit more secure. It's like this person is a little more blunt. They're a little bit more detached from their feelings, which definitely feels like that here. But for them to show up here is like a desire to change something, a desire to heal something here. I feel this person also may have you may be dealing with somebody that has like addictions. You may be dealing with somebody that has some sort of like codependent issues upon you or something. But it feels like here we are trying to address that in a way that almost doesn't trigger it. And it's like, we need to get triggered. Like, you have to look at the triggers to address the triggers. We can't sidestep them. We can't skirt them. And so to be fair is also to be fair to the issue at hand. How do we address the issue at hand? You have to walk head first into it. And it feels like this person is afraid to emotionally commit to the change that would take to, or maybe they're opening themselves up to the change. How that would go about is any number of ways, but it feels like it starts within their desire to want to change something, to be available to, I'm hearing abstinence, to be available to communicating and opening themselves up with something. And it feels like there's a lot of emotional, like I'm hearing rebuttal. So I don't know what that means. Like maybe they have a reason for everything, or like why they do things. That's more of an excuse is what it feels like. But, to be fair is asking for change, and they need to be providing it. They need to make that change. It does share that they do love you. There is a connection here that is one born of love. It's just confused and challenged at this time. It doesn't mean it can't change, but I feel that you are you know, looking at the situation with what can you do, what other things can you do that you already haven't done. And it's like, you need to step back a little bit here, Taurus, and let this person figure out how they choose to make things happen, because it seems like a lot has fallen on your shoulders, and you need to not fall into that codependent energy, just because that can be somebody that like starts to, you know, try to figure out all the problems in a situation when they're not even like yours. You know, you can be present and a supportive partner, but when somebody has issues, you know, they need to be addressed by them. You have the Page of Wands. This is conversations about a different approach. This is getting creative with the issue and trying to find a different solution here. It feels like communication is happening, but it's also you're coming. It's like this King of Cups is sandwiched in between the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. It's that arrested development energy. It's childish energy, and I feel here too with the Page of Wands. You want to be careful with like how much you. I feel like you've experienced this person talking a big game, or like, this is going to change in this direction. Once I plan this, this is going to fall in place, blah, 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 blah. It's almost like, well, that's great to talk about it. And I love your brainstorming, and I think you're brilliant. And I think that you have a lot of like, you know, attention to give to these things should you choose to, but you need to address the problem at hand. You need to address the situations that are causing a stagnancy in this connection, or causing a repeat issue with this one step forwards, two steps back. Show me one more here. It feels like you're open to change, and it feels like that's what you've hoped for. It feels like you've hoped for that the entire time. And I feel that the amount of love, you may have been with this person for a long time here, Taurus. I will say that with the Ten of Pentacles. But this can also, things change, people change, but it only happens when they want to. And it feels like you have somebody that is looking at their life and looking at the quality of the relationship that you're in with them, and realizing that this isn't something that they want to continue in the way that it's been done. It needs to be revised in some considerable ways. And I feel that this is an opportunity for them to take that chance, for them to walk into the, you know, into the darkness, into the light, you know, if we're honest. With the Ten of Pentacles, it's saying this energy can last, it can move forward, it can traverse the darkness for new beginnings. You know, what is that thing with marriage, the vows for better or worse, in sickness and health? We understand that there are going to be so many different aspects with our partners that we have to endure, you know, or should we choose to endure. It feels like this person is going in baby steps, but the energy is to move forward. It's to move forward. It's to be active in that way. And I feel like they're taking a chance on this, and I feel like you're allowing that to happen. It feels like you are available for things to change here, because it is born upon love. It's just, this is disharmony, you know, a lack of harmony, a lack of connections. Like whatever's been going on with this person has put you guys apart. So let's go ahead, and I want to clarify, but which deck? Okay. Can you show me the Two of Cups in reverse here? Actually, show me one step forward, two steps back, please. Show me one step forward, two steps back. You have the Chariot coming out here, Taurus. This is a good sign, okay? Because it talks about people making decisions to change. It talks about balance. It talks about embracing a certain inner freedom that maybe has been very tightly held for this person. It's like to access certain parts of themselves, they have to be self-aware, self-reflective, and it feels here like that has been minimal. And with the Chariot, it's talking about emotional balance. It's talking about making a decision to move forward. And this effort actually starts to happen in a fast way. And it's kind of interesting just because it's like sometimes fast is not what we need, you know? Sometimes we need to pace ourselves and be present for it. And, you know, we can't, like Rome wasn't built in a day. Like you can't force things to happen quickly. So, you know, but you could be dealing with a Cancerian person. You do have the King of Cups here, Page of Cups. Either way, though, it feels like this person is having clarity within what they want. Show me Mending, please. You have the Emperor coming out for Mending. Yeah, the Emperor is an interesting energy just because they can be very stuck in their ways. They can be very rigid in how they view things. And what they have done that has been tried and true for them, it's just they keep doing it. You know, it's like kind of being in a cycle of patterns. It's also very masculine energy here. And you have a very masculine energy with the King of Cups. This may be somebody that is emotionally just like restrictive to themselves. And it shows in your relationship. It shows in your energies. Here with the Emperor, though, it's saying this is somebody that takes charge in a situation. And they're going to take charge for this. They're going to change this. It does not, they need to be available to deal with certain levels of conflict, though. As I split the deck, you have the Empress. So it's like we have a potential married couple or people who've been together for a long time. Maybe you have a business with this person, who knows? But the energy is one of conflict resolution is what I feel that needs to happen between the two of you. And that goes for you as well, because some of this stuff has possibly triggered you in certain ways in your life. And this connection needs to heal in a way where both of you show up in matters of the heart, where it's not retaliatory. Is that a word? It's not, you're not taking revenge on each other. You're not like trying to point the finger. It's like, let's solve the issue, not be children and yell at each other and fight. You know, we need to have conflict resolution. Show me To Be Fair, please. You have two cards popping out here, Taurus. You have the Strength card and you have the Ace of Cups for To Be Fair. There's a lot of love here in this situation. There's a lot of, this is a gift. You know, sometimes when we deal with challenge and issues, it's a gift. It gives us opportunities to change and to grow. And when we have patience to process those things, it's even better. You know, it's even better. It asks for you to be available to also be present for that change, and that I'm feeling like the lessening of restrictions for some reason. I'm going to put this over here too, just because I feel like it's important. That Ten of Pentacles there. That's what it can grow into, you know, or it can be fixed if you're already at the point where it's like we've been in partnership for so long, but here are these issues that keep arising. Well, they keep arising because they haven't been dealt with, you know? Here, even at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Wands. This is a new direction, a new beginning here, Taurus. Even if it's with an older person, you know, this is a different change. You know, it's a decision to change. Let's get an oracle here for you guys. Yeah. I'm going to do an angel message, and we're going to do, I can't remember what this deck is called, but show me for Taurus, please. They need to see things your way as well. Not to say that you are right, but they need to see things how you see things, how you experience things. It's important for them to recognize your side of things. You have humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life, and you have empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation, which is that equal give and take within a partnership. Also, bottom of the deck, patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. More patience, more energy to be empathetic in a situation. And your angel message here for Taurus in this situation, that popped out really quick. I will add another card in a second, but we have innocence. Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, and no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. You have Cupid. We send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. So appreciate the love you have, the love you've built with each other. Know that change happens with desire to change. I feel here that there's a connection, though, that is undergoing a very intense transformation here, Taurus, and it's asking for you to be present and have patience and empathy for yourself and for this person as they go through life and unveil themselves, because it feels like they've been very trapped within a certain view and limitation within their expression and their emotional self and body. Find humor. Try to add as much playtime and humor into a situation so that you can have fun with each other and rebuild bonds and engage with each other in ways that lift your spirits together. So that is what I have for you. I hope that this reading is helpful. Feel free to contact me at thealtruisticmystic@gmail.com. All of my information is in the description box below. Like the video if it resonated. I hope it did. And I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.